Welcome to this edition of Designing Spaces, the show that's all about you and your space, your home and surroundings. I'm Debbie Marie.
And I'm David Jones. Now today's show is a smorgasbord, a little something for everyone.
A DIY story?
That's right. We're not throwing in the kitchen sink, but we will throw in the dishwasher.
And we have something for overnight guests, don't we?
Absolutely. And we top it all off with a perfect dessert.
Sounds delicious. Stay where you are. It's all coming up right now on Designing Spaces.
Now we love do-it-yourself projects, but every once in a while we like to step back and look at the tools that make those projects possible, especially the multitasking ones.
Yeah, but some of those tools can be a bit intimidating, especially the utility blades.
However, they're a very important part to any toolbox. So right now we travel down the safe road and take a look at safety utility blades. Watch this.
With many homeowners facing the reality of less expendable income, maintaining and upgrading a home and property has shifted more towards the do-it-yourself philosophy, saving money and increasing property value along the way. Designing Spaces wants you to succeed in your do-it-yourself projects. When taking on do-it-yourself projects, you will need tools. All kinds of tools, from power tools to the simplest hand tools, and often the beginner may find some of these tools intimidating. Designing Spaces has several tools here today that are designed for many tasks, but may have some folks avoiding them. The bladed tool, such as utility knives and window scrapers. Joining us is Patty Jewell from American Safety Razor with some pointers, tips, and general information on using and handling bladed tools. I see you've brought a selection of tools with you, and we actually have a little project to do.
That's right. Many people can be intimidated by very sharp but very useful bladed tools like utility knives, window scrapers, and snap-off knives. But the truth is these can be very useful for painting projects, repair work, and basic homeowner projects. There's so many different applications. The utility knife is used for basic cutting projects, anything from paper, cardboard, string, to heavy materials like drywall, carpet, or roofing. Today we're going to do a little project with replacing our baseboard. And oftentimes a baseboard is sealed with caulking along the top edge, so you need to loosen that. So it's very simple to use a utility knife to loosen that seal between the wall and the baseboard just by running your knife along the edge there.
That seems simple enough.
Yep. And when you're finished, you should always fold your knife or retract the blade for safety. The next tool would be the window scraper.
I've done that before. I know this one.
Yep.
Okay.
This one uses a single edge blade. This one has a rubber grip to keep your hand from slipping. So what we would want to do would be to run the scraper along the edge of your window to peel off that excess paint.
Great. Does a good job.
If you have a wider area to scrape, you might want to use a wide blade scraper. This has a wide blade that covers a larger surface area. And this can be used to scrape paint from hard glazed ceramic tile. It has a little thumb rest to help hold the blade securely, hold the knife securely. And we would simply just want to run it along the floor and pop up the loose paint from your hard glazed ceramic tile.
Great. What else do we have here?
Another very useful tool is a snap-off knife, which is also called a breakaway knife. It's great because it has segments that you can snap off when they become dull.
Oh.
You should probably wear some type of eye covering. Safety glasses would be recommended.
Definitely.
And then you can use the cap or another part of the knife as a mechanism to snap the blade right off.
I love that. I wasn't aware of that either. Very, very simple.
Yes, they're very simple. And once you know the built-in safety factors and know how to use the tools, there's really no need to fear. Today we're going to apply some wallpaper to our house. And so what we would want to do in order to trim off this excess paper would be to run your knife along a straight edge and to trim off that excess paper. And our other tool that we have today is called a wall stripper. This takes a 4-inch blade and it's used for scraping floors, walls, other flat surfaces. The nice thing about this tool is that the head is adjustable, so you can put it and lock it in at any angle that you need to for your job. This is very useful for scraping off the wallpaper residue once you've peeled off the top layer of wallpaper.
Okay.
That can be very messy, so we would just use this to scrape off the paper residue.
Now, should we wet that down or prep it in any way before we do that?
Yes, you should peel off the top layer of wallpaper and then wet this down and let it soak for a few minutes before you scrape it.
These are the kind of do-it-yourself projects I like, thanks to having the right tools. Patty, where can our viewers find the tools we've seen here and used today?
These tools can be found at a Home Depot store, Sherwin-Williams Paints, Duron, Orchard Supply Hardware, Kelly Moore, and other local hardware and paint stores in your area.
And do you also have a website that we could log on to?
Yes, we'd love for you to look at our website, www.personna.com.
Thanks for being on Designing Spaces, Patty.
Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad you did. And if our viewers want to review everything we just did here today, they can log on to our website at www.designingspaces.tv, where they can find any part of the show as a video. We also have a link to American Safety Razor Company. For Designing Spaces, I'm Michelle Russo. See you later.
So, Debbie, did you enjoy our smorgasbord?
I did. You know, it was a great variety, but not enough.
Well, I know you're hungry for more, but we are out of time.
All right, well, we'll see you next time on Designing Spaces. Oh, and our holiday shows are coming up soon, so we'll see you next week. I'm Debbie Marie.
And I'm David Jones. Thanks for watching.
You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.